It's historic a week ago, surpassing Shannon Sharp's 2002 mark of 214 yards by a tight end.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Eagles. Season ago, of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Once again, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again.
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get – question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Walker.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Ken Walker.
His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Dragons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
And it's good to make it 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre.
Numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better off.
And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on. Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Sliding out of the pocket, powering forward, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
You look at this Eagle defense.
This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession.
Second down and 6 now.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second down, here's Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
That is caught. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run with Penny. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Rashad Penny unable to get there. And as a result, possession switches hands. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop.
He was brought down by Patrick Johnson. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Off play action, Fields. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Here we go.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Fields.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Dragons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now 14-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
But first down, Hurts.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Powering his way forward.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the...
Past the halfway.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
Here we go.
One play action. Fields.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Reed Blankenship delivering the hit.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Flush to his right. And he's taken down inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Straight ahead, Walker.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Fights off the defender. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting him.
And he'll take it into the end. Touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dragons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Hurts fumbles it.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be a third and about 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Here we go,
as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. They'll give it up to the big man Walker.
We're down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's just a gain of a couple there on.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
Runs through the contact. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Hurts. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Throwing is Hurts.
Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Swift. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Hurts
to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, they'll run the option right. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Eagles going to take the first of their time. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Ken Walker.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Dragons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this taken in at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now a run with Walker.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
105 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Dragons are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation, because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Tokyo, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.